Hello. We
Hi.
are at the second part of our Quincy Gillmore Civil War Roundtable of YouTube for a program we've got coming October 6th, 7 p.m. LCCC in Elyria, the iLoft building, second floor, room 207. We explore the Civil War history, military, social, political. We also get into history about the Underground Railroad and Reconstruction period. And this is part two. I showed you part one yesterday of our program. And Bette Lou, would you like to introduce yourself and talk about what you do and what you're going to be doing for us?
Thanks, Kelly. I'm Bette Lou Higgins. I'm the Artistic Director of Eden Valley Enterprises, where we specialize in historical programming, mainly Ohio history, Great Lakes, and a few general American history programs. And today I'm working with Kelly again. Yay.
Yay!
So I'll be doing a couple of stories, two written by Kelly. The first story will be about the Underground Railroad, and then there will be two Civil War stories, both written by Kelly, one about Wells Wait Miller, and one a ghost story about a real woman during the Civil War, um, whose name is Frances Dallin Peters. She lived in Kentucky. And then we'll be closing with a letter that was written by an emancipated slave who moved to Dayton, Ohio. And this letter is rather interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, I had never heard it. And yeah, I had heard, let's see, apocryphal. I shouldn't even try to say that word. I have heard stories like that. It's undoubted. It's, oh my gosh, where they doubted whether it was true or not. But this one, you have proof that it was a real thing, the letter.
Yeah, there were, unless someone's putting up weird stuff on the internet, which is always the possibility, this did come directly from a newspaper in Dayton that is dated appropriately. So as far as we can tell at the moment, it's real.
Do you want to say anything about any other Civil War projects you've been involved with, or?
Well, I haven't specifically been involved in Civil War projects, but the story that you'll hear about the Underground Railroad, that story came from a program developed for the Great Lakes Historical Society quite a few years ago called Next Stop Freedom, when we were exploring the fact that nobody talks about how important the Great Lakes were on the Underground Railroad. Everybody thinks about it in terms of crossing the land, but of course, people had to get to Canada to be completely free. And generally speaking, that meant they had to cross a lake. So we were doing a project about that and produced two programs. One, Next Stop Freedom, a storytelling program, and one called Rise at Sunrise, which was a one-act play written by Shelley Pearsall. And we did that in conjunction with McCormick Middle School in Wellington. Their fourth graders put it on as part of a school project about the Underground Railroads. So that was kind of fun. We've been doing the storytelling program for years, ever since then. We've done the play a couple of times, but not as much. And secondly, the Civil War stories are kind of part of an umbrella for a storytelling program called Battle Scars: Stories of the Civil War, which I put together for a class I was doing for Cuyahoga Community College called the Encore program, which is basically for 55 and older students, but I do it for all sorts of groups, so it's not just for 55 and older.
Yeah. And then maybe before we go, you could explain that the two films we have done have had little touch points in the Civil War, even though they weren't about the Civil War.
No, they definitely were not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trail Magic, the Grandma Gatewood story, uh, Grandma Gatewood herself was connected to the war through her father, who fought in the war, and Victoria Woodhull, her second husband, Colonel Blood, also fought in the Civil War. And she was very much a proponent of equal rights for all people, including the freed blacks. And when she ran for president, in fact, she chose Frederick Douglass to be her running mate. Now, to be clear, he never accepted or even acknowledged the nomination, but
She was
hoped,
making the statement. Yeah.
right, yeah, that was a statement, and she couldn't win anyway, so there you go.
And the other is the reason she got to make a case in front of a congressional committee the first time a woman was able to do so about the right to vote. It was Butler from the Civil War, Benjamin Butler, who gave her that opportunity. So
Right.
another connection.
Yeah.
So you excited about October 6th?
Kelly, I'm always excited to work with you.
Because we never know what's going to happen.
That's right.
Well, thank
You
you
tell me
so
to do it, I do it.
well, thank you for being so willing.
Yeah,
Um, and as a note to everybody who's watching us, everyone is entitled to a free meeting. So, come, you're going to love it. So thank
that's
you.
right.